In this video, I'm going to be showing you a game that got me to 1500 elo and also had two brilliant moves. So stick around to see those two brilliant moves. The game begins with a Caro-Kann, and I play knight c3, and they take. And usually Caro-Kann players expect white to take the pawn, so that they play knight f6 and get into a Tartar cover. But that's not what happens, and instead I play bishop c4. The reason I played this was because I was trying to catch the Caro-Kann player off guard, and the bishop is very active. It's looking at f7 to allow for some potential tactics. And also I want to be able to play f3, they take, and I take the pawn with knight f3. And the f file is also open for my rook when I want to castle. So that's kind of the idea of bishop c4. They play knight f6, which is a very natural move. I play f3. I take back with the knight, and now I have 3 pieces developed while they only have 1. And now they play a very common mistake here, which is bishop g4, trying to pin my knight down to the queen. And now you can pause the video to see why bishop g4 is a blunder. I'll give you a few seconds. The reason bishop g4 is a mistake was because of bishop takes f7, which is a brilliant move. And I can put my knight into the middle, not only giving a check, but also attacking the bishop. And I simply took my piece back. They did not take my knight with the knight, which is good. And I just put my knight into the middle with knight e5 because it was attacked. And also this knight is on a very nice outpost controlling lots of squares. And overall I really like this knight that is sitting in the middle of the board. So they play queen e8 to try and cover up these weak light squares. And I play queen d3 to try and protect this g6 square to potentially put my knight in here and maybe attack the rook and the bishop as well. They play knight to d7, trying to develop and also attack my knight in the middle. Now I play a move that is an inaccuracy. And my idea was I was trying to put my knight on a good square and also attack the rook and the bishop. And he can't take it because my queen is defending the knight. So, oh yeah, and also the rook cannot go to h6 because of the bishop. So I thought this square would be really nice for my knight. And I play bishop e3, which is another inaccuracy, and I just wanted to castle long and get my king out of here. So they strike at the center with e5, which is a good move. And now I play a queen c4 check. The only move is to block, and I calculated that if I take and they take and I take, I would be winning a pawn. So that's exactly what I went for. And also at the end I'm attacking the knight, but the knight can go to g4, which is what they play. And I castle here with check to try and get my king out of the center. They move forward with the king, and since my bishop was attacked, I had to move it to f4, but the computer says bishop d4 was best because this diagonal is a huge problem. But I played this, and they took, and now I considered playing my rook to e1 to try and pin the knight, but I saw that after bishop d6, there isn't really anything else to do. So, and yeah, let me just show you bishop d6, and the reason it is a good move to try and pin the knight to the king was because of knight e4. I just missed this idea to attack the bishop and to also threaten a fork here. But yeah, I mean, you can't have everything, right? So instead I took and I give a check, and now both of my rooks are very active, and my knight is also developed, and I invade the 7th rank, and yeah, it's my rook is pretty active here. They move the rook to h6 because, well, on h7 it wasn't really doing anything, so it makes sense. I took the pawn, and now they play rook e6, which is a mistake because of knight e4. And after the king moves to d5, there is rook d7 check, and if they block, and I actually see what the follow-up is. So after the bishop blocks, we can give a check with the knight, and let's say the king moves here and you pick up the rook. And I actually calculated up to that point, and after bishop d6, I just thought, yeah, they're developing another piece and there's nothing for me after that. But yeah, I just missed this knight c3 idea to deflect the king and pick up the rook, so I could have won a rook here, but I didn't see that. So instead I gave another check, and the king moved to the middle, which is just crazy to me. Like, why would you even consider putting your king in the middle? But they did. So I traded the rook off because I was up a pawn, and I was going to win the endgame. They give a check, developing the bishop with tempo. Yeah, they move a pawn, and I attack this g6 pawn with my rook. Because would I have gone here to c7 to try and attack this, the king would have moved to a d6, attacking my rook and also defending the pawn. So that seemed better. They defend with the king, but now I can go rook c7, and now it's much better because the king cannot go to d6 and protect everything. So they gave a check with a rook, and I moved down, and the computer does say that king d3 is the best, but I kind of got scared because of rook e3, and I just didn't want to get involved in like nasty checks and all of that, so I just moved down, and they played rook e6 to defend the c6 pawn. And now for our second brilliant move, knight e4 check. And the idea is that if they take, I will take the pawn with check, and I attack the bishop as well. And if, let's say, they block with the rook, I take the bishop. So I've essentially gained a pawn and also gotten rid of their strong dark squared bishop. So of course the only thing to do here was to take, because I was going to win the bishop, and I took my reward. I tried to create some counterplay, but it didn't really work because I can just push my pawns and then they defend each other. They played the rook here to attack my weak b3 pawn, but I just defend. And I push, and now I give up my rook, and they actually gain a pawn, but I'm still up a pawn. So this is a winning endgame for me, and I just have to convert now. I push b4, they play h4, I bring my king, and now we get an exchange here, and g3, and I calculated that after takes, and they play g4, I have opposition to the king, and the game is over. So that's exactly what happened. I took opposition, the king had to move, and I just went the other way. b6 moved my king, and b7 marks the end of the game because they have to move the king. I can move my king to a7, promote, and the game is over. So yeah, they resigned here, and overall this was a pretty nice game, I must say. 2 brilliant moves, and I also hit 1500 elo, was really nice. And I can also show you the game review. 1 second. Yeah, and as you guys can see, my accuracy was 84. Of course, 2 brilliant moves, and the game review rates me as a 2000 and my opponent as a 1700, which is pretty cool. And yeah, really nice game. And I hope you can learn something from this video, and I'll see you in the next one.